Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mug&Play. I am Nick. Today we're playing more Moe Era, a game where everything's all cute and stuff. Or so I led to believe. We were talking about books last time, and scarves. I realized I forgot my notes in the classroom. I was on my way out when I stumbled across Seema. Hope you enjoyed the club today. It was memorable. By the way, I'm glad you picked Crime and Punishment today. Oh yeah? Why is that? It would have been a crime not to do so. Yeah, the game set me up for that one. What are you doing here? I wanted to write a report about our meeting, but I'm too tired. I think I'll just head home. Yeah, where to? So it turned out we live near each other. I wonder if you qualify for a boy next door, Bobson. Oh, because we're neighbors, I guess, technically? The only way to tell is for me to keep you company. Sure, why not? Wait, what? Wow! I'm sorry, what? Somehow I said it out loud. Bobson Dugnut, did you just, like, make a move and it work? What's so surprising? Never thought you'd accept. I am curious to hear why, Bobson. It's like, I do declare, spill the beans. Why do you think that you're not much more than a hill of beans? See, now even we have a topic to discuss. I'm so sorry we somewhat left you alone at the club. We got dragged away. Well, I mean, you also, you know, poo-pooed all over my imagination cake, so there's that too. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say again. It's okay, don't worry, but it's so nice of you to be worried, you know? I really managed to unwind. Just chilling, listening to your debates. You guys really like to argue. Well, everyone does. Everyone likes to argue if you know what it's all about. Arguing means exchanging opinions, right? Sure? Are we gonna go on any dates or anything? I wasn't sure if this is a dating sim or just a visual novel, but either way. Guess what? People tend to think that the key point of a debate is to win it. They don't even understand that there are no right and wrong opinions. It's all subjective. It's a rather complex concept. Don't think too many would get it. That's why I'd rather stay away from arguing than wasting my time. Meaning that before you used to like debates? You bet, but it all went downhill after one day. I got so mad I stabbed my opponent. Tell me the story. Well, they tried to gather a women's volleyball team to represent my city at one big tournament. Before, that team was comprised mainly of girls from the same school. They had the best training grounds, great coach, lots of experience. Then it was decided that they don't give other girls any chance to play at all. Next thing you know, they said half of the roster should be filled from other schools. And their reasoning? Equality. What happened next? They booted me out when I said they don't understand what equality means. What do you mean? Equality is when the team consists of the best players in town, regardless of their schools. Something tells me the new team didn't win the tournament. They were destroyed. Oh. Okay. I probably picked yet another boring topic. Nah, I'm fine with it. Seriously. Like, tell me more about volleyball. I must know about precious game of ball and net. No way. We must start casual chit-chat like normal people do. Oh, okay. Sure. Chit-chat about what? What do you want to talk about, fam? Don't stab me. I'm not trying to have a debate here. Well, I like cats, and fancy dresses, and everything. Sometimes I talk about sophisticated things, but it's not on purpose. I try my best to hide a smile. Just... motherfucker talk about sophisticated things. Meanwhile, I'm over here making fart jokes. At 34 years of age. It's evening already. Time sure flies. So, what's so surprising about us walking home together? Oh, well, I don't know. I guess there isn't really anything surprising about it. Like I told you, I never thought you'd accept. You seem a bit distant and resorted, that's why. And resorted? I don't know. Hey, that's not true. Maybe it seems like that because of the way I behave. And yes, it takes me some time to open up, but it's only normal. Is it? Aw, she found a cat. I always mind my manners. Don't you think it can lead people away? Not really. Why? Let's say you run into someone who wears the same outfit as you. Oh my, Bobson, you picked the worst example for a girl. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a... Would you ask a dude that question, Bobson Dugnut? Come on, man, you know better. In that case, I try to cross the street. I just want to say a lot of people won't have enough courage to approach you. Who knows, maybe one of them could become your friend. Instead, they would simply think you're not interested. Bobson, don't get me started about that, okay? You, like, don't even have any friends. I have a club full of friends. Did I say something wrong? No, it's just, well, that's a different story. Maybe I'll tell you later. I always thought Seema has been very popular throughout her life, but somehow her words make me less confident about it. Anyway, real friends are so rare that I'm unlikely to find them in the streets. It's worth a try, I think, because a friend can stay with you or forever. They can stay with you or forever. I mean, just like you just met that cat just now. I'm afraid my friendships don't last, Bobson. What happens? I tend to think that people are good friends while you're even. However, as soon as you start doing better, they think you're out of their league and become increasingly distant. Don't know whether they're envious or just feeling uncomfortable. I think I know what you're talking about. I was once the top student at a magical girl academy. Before that, I was the vice president of the literature club. But what you probably don't know is that I come from a wealthy, noble family. Trust me, it makes things even worse. Something tells me you'd never make a big deal out of it. Exactly. Still, my social status alone is enough for people to alienate me. Money ruins friendships. What's even worse, friends often become leeches. Ooh. When I'm not able to help them, they're all like, but it means nothing to you, what a Scrooge. Have you tried looking for someone within your social circle? I mean, that is an example of a bad friend that's like, oh, you have a bunch of money, so therefore you should give me money. It's like, no, earn your own goddamn money. You know, you'll help a friend out in an emergency, but not just gonna start paying their bills just because you got the money. They should have the money for their bills. Have you tried looking for someone within your social circle? I can't deal with rich kids. Oh dear, this crowd. Today I chose crime and punishment, but in fact I should have gone with Vanity Fair. Hey, I wouldn't mind being your friend. What for? To talk with and be a friend? I don't know. I don't think there should be a reason. She whispers something. This fucking nerd. What did you say? I said this fucking nerd. I said we'll see. And now it's time for me to go, Bobson. I enjoyed this discussion. You know, if we talk about first impression, you certainly seem different from others. Question is, will you make that impression last? See you tomorrow. She just like backs away slowly into the 7-Eleven. Getting a Slurpee. Go away. I don't want you to see the laughably large Slurpee I get from the 7-Eleven. 10 minutes walk and then tea and slippers. Sounds like a good end to the day. Home, sweet home. Edgy movies and games often have a lengthy monologue about the main hero's room. Words confined and prison cell are a must in that case. Yeah, okay. It's like, this is where I am confined to, you know, store my items. It's like an author feels that cliched scripts deserve jail time. Anyway, my place is very comfy. Having a 2-bedroom apartment all for yourself is great. Well, right now I do have a flatmate though. Oh. Hey, did you buy anything tasty for me? Also, who is this person? Also, I like that the blocks spell out bonk. By the way, a strange girl came and left something for you. It's on your table. Was this your classmate? She left so quickly. Her ears were so weird. When are you gonna buy a new console? This one is old. I don't know. That was a lot of questions all at once, but thank you for telling me a friend stopped by. That's right. There's a strange scroll on my table. I opened it up. What? Looks like a remnant from an 8-bit era. A heart, a bow, a 2, 3, 4, a music note, a coffee cup, and a book. Is this intended to make me think about something? I wonder who made it and why. Well, probably that cat girl. So maybe it's like, I'll see these things on screen, and I'll know to click on them. Alright, time to do my homework. Homework time. Always a good thing. Great! All done! Man, my back is stiff. What was your homework? Lifting boulders. Are you doing your homework? Yes. I decided to rise and stretch my cramped muscles. Stretchy. Why don't I check out Ermy's game? I'm quite sure it's something. Let's play Ermy's game. See how his game is. Hey, I want an ice cream! Okay. I don't know why you're interrupting my time where I play a game. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. This thought is nothing new to me. In fact, it's what I wake up to every single morning. I must admit it's a rather disappointing thought, almost as much as waking up hungry. Yes, hungry, as it tries to devour me day by day to no avail. I never retaliate, yet it always stops after the first bite. I probably taste awful, like a sour grape. Well, that's no way to think of yourself. You're not a sour grape. You're a sweet potato. This is the first thing I could think of that was sweet. I've been here, I've been there, I've been in between. I don't believe in aliens, yet I always feel like one. Where am I supposed to be then? If only I knew. If only they knew. No one does. Seriously, it's just some people are ridiculously good at hiding the obvious. After some time, I decided to change my strategy and get rid of every single thought appearing in my feverish mind. Completely, entirely, eternally. After some time, I found the best solution to do so, something which I called the mindless living, as opposed to this mindfulness nonsense, oh so popular among the masses. Yeah, you should be mindful. Being mindless, it's what reality TV's for. Mindless living is easy. You simply need to be dead tired all the time. I mean, when you're exhausted, you don't want to think, you want to sleep. In a way, I decided to go through an inverted Maslow pyramid. I'm pretty sure this sounds like you're depressed and you should talk to somebody. Strangely enough, soon my body got used to being deprived of sleep. I drastically cut down my calorie intake as a next step. This allowed me to become quite slim. It concentrated me 100% on food and food only, regardless of how tired I was. Meat, fish, pasta, pizza, I could smell each of these words. I'm not a monk or anything, so limiting myself that much became problematic. My stupid body craved sleep and food. Feed me! Get me some rest! Well, yeah, you need to eat and sleep. Those things are imperative to staying alive. Seriously, people who don't get enough sleep don't live as long. Every time I succumbed to that voice of reason, I ate until I was about to blow up, and then I could sleep for a day or so, only to wake up and think, I'm not supposed to be here. I realized I struggled that much because I probably lacked training. After all, I thought, my mindless living should just be treated not only as a clever invention, but also as a skill to develop. I decided to pursue a career in it, and shortly after I found my dream job. It was the #1 on my shortlist. In fact, it got me enlisted. Yes, I joined the army. Oh. I mean, I guess that would whip your ass into shape if you needed it, so some people need that. However, they fed me so well at the training camp that my silly mind decided to think again. So annoying, I'm telling you, and there was no stopping it. A phone started to ring in my head from time to time, driving me crazy. I know that as soon as I pick it up, I'd hear the same phrase. Hey, I don't think you're supposed to be here. Doesn't matter if you're supposed to be here or not, you gotta make the most of it. That's why, as soon as I could, I asked to be moved away from a grass-fed heaven of military base to a wild, stinky battlefield. Okay, so go clean the porta-potties. Codename Hermes, that was my new name. Have you ever heard of a soldier named Ermi? Well, me neither. Okay. So, is Ermi, like, secretly an army person? An Ermi person? He joined the Ermi! I have been the happiest man on the planet Earth since my first deployment, but then it ended with a buzz. At least that's what I last heard, the buzz of a bullet before it got so dark and lonely around me. Darkness gave way to a white tube of light that sucked me in like a vacuum. What a strange place that was, going all the way up somewhere above the clouds. I could have sworn I saw familiar faces, faces of people long gone from this world. They looked like they wanted to tell me something, but all I could hear was that annoying buzz. Or maybe it sounded more like a distorted phone call. Doesn't matter though. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I spent enough time in this otherwise unremarkable room, spare for a very weird note on a whiteboard. That whiteboard? No. So leave this room, you must tell me the answer. What does it mean? Who me? What's the question to begin with? Hey, that's 3 questions. The only semblance of a hint came from a few more words below, 4 in total. Love, hate, life, death. Well, so what of it? All of this makes no sense. Oh, hello, Sophie. Are we playing a visual novel within a visual novel? VNception? There it is. There's the joke. I know, dear. What's the question, I wonder? That's what my friend and I are trying to realize. A young woman appears seemingly out of nowhere. Dressed in an overly tight nurse uniform, she carries a syringe filled with a strange, bright liquid. Who are you? My name is Sophie. Nice to meet you. As for my friend, he doesn't talk much, so I'm afraid I can't introduce him to you properly. Oh, the syringe. For a second, I thought you were talking about the main protagonist. I'm like, that motherfucker won't shut up. Saying he doesn't talk much. You meant the syringe. Your friend? The syringe. Yes, here, right in my hand. My precious friend who always knows the truth. Always, but today, it seems. I thought back in my military training. Best way to deal with mentally unstable people is to take them seriously. Guess it's nice to have such a wise friend. More like persistent, I should say. It takes my friend quite some time to kick in, but then there's no stopping him, and you're guaranteed to tell me everything I want. What's your friend's name? Is it sodium pentothal? AKA truth serum? AKA I didn't fact check that, so I might be wrong? Oh, here she comes. She moves closer, and I can't help but notice that the button on Sophie's blouse is about to be ripped off by her, well, her lack of attention to detail. Hey, darling, care to have a taste? Who knows, maybe you're just pretending, not willing to tell me the answer. Hey, I really want to get out of this place. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Wait, you just say that? Who's this? Stay away, she's clearly out of her mind. This room gets more crowded now that a second girl, wrapped up in a latex costume serving presumably no other purpose rather than an aesthetic one, shows up in front of me. I'm glad that the game... Did the game just call out itself? I'm much saner than you. Megan, right? At least I'm not making up a ridiculous explanation of what bound us all together here like you do. It's not ridiculous, it's true. I come from an era far more advanced than yours. I know things that you can't even imagine. See? That's what I'm talking about. Megan thinks she's from the future. Still don't believe me? Fine. What's your last memory before you got here? I'm asking you as well, by the way. What's your name? Hermes. So, Hermes, do you remember anything? I heard the phone ringing somewhere very close to where I was. The second I say, the phone starts ringing again. Ring, 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 like those machines in old detective phones. The sound becomes more and more loud. My head hurts. Someone should stop it. Pick up the phone, please. What did you say? Can you hear it? Hear what? That phone ringing over and over again. Jeez, it really gets on my nerves. This is either the Matrix or you're going insane. My, this room must be a hangout spot for weirdos. And I thought it couldn't be worse than when our spaceship was invaded by those creatures. Okay, now I really do start to think you're making things up. Please don't mention this word again, Megan. Aliens? Creatures? What are you talking about? Hang, you said. What a painful word. I was doing my daily routine, helping people to open up and talk. The guy we had back then, he just couldn't relax. He was so nervous. You won't get a single word out of me, he shouted, rolling eyes like a madman. So silly of him. Then I heard the footsteps. Bam! They ran out the door and barged in. Hey, girl, nothing personal, but we don't like to see our friends suffer. That's a nice rope you tied him with, by the way. Why don't we really put it to use? Sophie shivers and stops talking. Are we not going to address what is all going on? I'm so lost, but I'm also like, I want to see what happens. Maybe they'll give context at the end. I think I just realized that. Although we came from different eras, we share one thing in common. Naomi, okay, now this is just getting silly. Yes, we're all dead, nya. Naomi knows what she's talking about. A cute girl dressed in a maid outfit joins the conversation. Where was she hiding? Weird. By the way, she holds a plushie in one hand. What? Can't you see it? You can, can't you? You just don't want to admit it. Ease up. Death is the best answer. Nya. This little brat, she keeps spouting nonsense. Why? I'm just trying to play this game. Unlike you, I realize these are all answers and death is the best one of them all. Ring, ring, there's that dang telephone again. Death is certainly not an answer to anything, but you know, if it helps us to get out of this place, I'm fine with it. I really need to head back home. No one likes the dead coming back, I'm afraid. I'm not dead. I agree with Naomi. Maybe death is the ultimate answer to everything. At the very least, it's the ultimate degree of certainty. How do they know each other's names? What? Well, how do you know whether or not you actually live? What qualifies you as a living person? This is what qualifies me as a living person. I can do this. Yeah. Can't do that if you're dead. Ridiculous. Don't be silly. My heartbeat, for instance. Then you compare yourself to an animal. You're getting on my nerves. Hey, I'm just trying to say that compared to the lives of some people, you're just occupying space. On the other hand, when you die, you're 100% dead. Everyone is equal 6 feet underground. No one can challenge this fact. I mean, zombies try, but, you know. Spoken like a true genius. I know, right? I'm an underappreciated asset. Where are you from again? The present time. Death is the answer simply because eternal life is much worse. Okay, say what? I think I still have my magic powers to show you. Kitty cat, make me happy, make them sad. I'm quite sure she's referring to that plushie. So what's gonna happen now? Eternity! What do you mean? Time will go, but we won't follow. Okay, making me a little nervous. And she was right. We're all just staying here? And just time is passing. Day turns to night. Constantly. What day is today? Friday, yeah? Geez, how would you know? Thanks for your trick. Time lost its meaning. Therefore, it might as well always be Friday. I mean, it is Friday when I'm recording this, so I'm really immersed in the experience. It's been what, days, months, years? I don't know. Hey, Naomi, can you revert your spell? Teehee, if you all admit death is the answer, maybe I could. Admit death is the answer, come on. Okay, admit it. No way I'm gonna fall for this trick. You wanna stay here forever? Fine, let's talk. Little by little, the future will come. That's exactly where I'm from. Does everyone speak rhyme in the future? Okay, let's talk about cats. So we did. We just talked about everything. Let's talk about food. And let's talk about fun. Let's talk about films. Let's talk about fiction. Let's talk about friends. Let's talk about farts. Let's talk about freedom. Let's talk about feelings. Let's talk about foals. Let's talk about foxes. Let's talk about forests. Let's talk about fonts. Let's talk about plenty of things. But let's talk about them next time on Mug and Play. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this really weird and trippy episode of where we're playing a visual novel in a visual novel. And it's just strange. Check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/mugandplay and have a good time over there. And then come back here and have a good time here and hit that subscribe button. But thank you so much. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.